if you've been ripped off,
I feel very cheated and conned.
but are struggling to get back your hard-earned cash,
Everything that I'd worked for was gone, basically.
help is at hand from the sheriffs.
Hello.
We're High Court enforcement.
We have an outstanding writ of control.
They're back with a brand new team, determined to get you the money you're owed.
You're wasting our time. I'm now going to call a locksmith.
Acting with the High Court's authority,
He's the one with a court writ, so he's the victim, not you.
they have the power to remove assets,
We're here to retrieve full balance, if not remove goods otherwise.
to ensure you're not shortchanged.
The sheriffs being our last saviour and hope.
Every year, sheriffs in England and Wales recover your unpaid debts totalling £100 million.
I've got my money back and now we can put this matter to bed.
Coming up, a mechanic damaged Oscar Demansky's wheels.
I'm really not happy about that. I wanted brand new wheels, brand new tyres, wheel alignment to all be perfect.
But when the garage owner contests the debt,
It's loads of money for the damage just to our wheel.
the sheriffs prepare for a bumpy ride.
We're currently taking control of goods.
When the sheriffs head to Chelsea to collect money from a high-end furniture shop,
It's a mall. Is
it really?
Designer.
James gets more than he bargained for.
I'm certainly not from Royal Mail. I'm here to take control of good. She hang up.
Nice, got the big daddy.
And when a building is taken over by squatters,
Hello.
there's an early morning wake-up call, courtesy of the sheriffs.
Where you going to work? I don't work, man. Just call me what?
Today, enforcement agents Luke Peacock and Carl Hardingham are in the West, hoping to get an out-of-pocket customer their money back.
This morning we're in Hereford. We're visiting the car garage. It's on behalf of the claimant, Oscar Marcin Domansky. Without knowing the background of the story, our guess would be that it's something that he's had done mechanically that's gone wrong.
Oscar Domansky is a Polish national. He's a motoring enthusiast and the proud owner of a sporty Skoda Octavia, which recently developed a fault.
I took the car to garage because there was some issue with brakes and was braking non-stop. Even when I go in neutral, you can feel it's braking.
Oscar chose a garage run by fellow countryman Pavel Rozeski. Mr. Rozeski fixed the brakes, but the real problems began when one of his workers dropped off the car.
I've been waiting outside for him, and we have bad turn there, which is weird curb, and unfortunately he hit that curb with two wheels, and I saw my car jump up badly, like this high. I checked the wheels, they was broken.
Two of the tires were torn and the alloys chipped. And what made matters worse is that Oscar had paid a lot of money for brand new wheels just 2 months earlier.
That damage maybe doesn't look very serious, but if I haven't any scratch before, I'm really not happy about that. I wanted brand new wheels, brand new tires, wheel alignment to all be perfect.
And it wasn't just cosmetic. Fearing that the tears in the tires could cause the car to fail its MOT, Oscar contacted Pavel to see if they could come to some arrangement.
I was thinking about that tiny bit and I said, okay, give me £150 and let's forget about that. I think £150 was really fair, to be honest.
Mr. Rozeski disagreed and offered to get the wheels repaired for just £30. Unhappy about getting the work done on the cheap, Oscar got a quote of his own.
I asked actually 3 or 4 garages. I chose the closest garage to my home, total was about 700, so
Oscar sent the quote to Mr. Rozeski, but never got a reply. So he took the case to court and won. With costs and fees, Mr. Rozeski now owes over £1,000, but still hasn't paid.
I was happy I won, but I've been waiting another week and still no payment, so I decided to go from county court to high court. And it's time to send in the sheriffs.
Luke and Carl are on their way to the garage, located on a farm in the Herefordshire countryside.
Assets-wise, obviously with a car garage, there'll obviously be a lot of equipment, tools, and obviously if there are any vehicles relating to the garage as well. I think we're right down the bottom. Can you miss some of these bumps, please? So it's the one far side by the bushes. The one that's open.
Right, got him.
The garage is open. Now to track down the debtor.
Hello. Hi. Looking for Pavel Rozeski?
It's me.
We're here with a writ from the High Court on
Right.
behalf of Oscar Domansky.
Okay. I've sent a letter to court, but they never respond to me. The
Right.
case was about the damage to the wheel or something. When you get a letter from the court,
Yeah.
there is no detail how to make a payment.
Right, okay.
Sorry, can I just wash my hands?
Yeah, please.
It seems Mr. Rozeski is aware of the debt and has made some efforts to address it. But for some reason, he hasn't paid. Time to find out whether he's got the money.
Like I said on the letter, was not completely nothing how to make a payment. That's why we sent a letter to the court.
Yeah.
But they haven't read.
Well, presumably it would have been to the claimant.
Probably. We even tried to ring court.
Yeah.
No answer as well.
When a judgment is passed, debtors are supposed to pay the claimant directly. Failing to do so has cost Mr. Rozeski dearly.
What's the option, to be honest?
To make the payment in full, sir. If you're unable to pay the balance, we'll have to remove goods in the meantime.
Later, will the debtor come up with the money?
So if you need some...
Lots of money
If you-
for the damage just to our wheel.
Understood.
Or will the sheriffs be forced to remove his goods?
Read this out to me.
It is NCS 1800.
Few of us can afford to be left out of pocket. If you've been let down by faulty goods or substandard services and are struggling to get your money back, you can use the county courts to recover your hard-earned cash. Around 2 million claims are made every year in England and Wales and can be filed by post or online for a small fee. Both parties in the case will be asked to submit evidence, and you may have to attend a court hearing. If you win your case, a county court judgment or CCJ will be issued against the debtor. If they still don't pay, it's time to call the sheriffs. The sheriff's work takes them to a whole range of different postcodes. Today, enforcement agents James King and Mark King are in West London.
It's expensive round here, ain't it?
They're on their way to an interiors showroom in well-heeled Chelsea.
So today we are off to Lucchese Furniture London Limited. It is in Chelsea Harbour. I believe this is a furniture showroom.
The debt of £3,500 is owed to one of the furniture company's suppliers. Although the furniture showroom is located in an affluent area, that doesn't mean collecting the debt will be any more straightforward. But James is feeling hopeful.
I can imagine they're going to have quite a few assets in there.
Yeah.
Can imagine
It's going to be
that.
posh and all, isn't it, around here? Bit posh.
Let's have a quick look at their website. You know what?
If you need to ask.
There's no prices on this website. So the fact there's no prices on it, it's going to be
More than you can afford.
more than we can afford. Right on the waterfront. So you can see what their market is, can't you? Oh. Who knows?
They now need to find the furniture company's showroom.
We're here to visit La Celis... Let's get this out, eh?
Yeah, that was a good one.
La Celis Furniture London Limited.
The cars. The
Cars.
cars furniture London. All right.
Yeah, there. This is us. This is a shopping centre, is it?
It's a mall. It's
Is it really?
Designer.
Oh, Designer Mall.
Chelsea's Design Centre East houses a boutique collection of luxury brands.
Oh, wow. Different level, this, for a mall, isn't it?
Le Cars Furniture London Limited has a showroom on the 3rd floor.
How'd you say it?
The cars.
Le Cars. Le Caz.
L-A-C-A-Z-E.
Yeah. Le Caz.
Found it. Looks like it's shut.
Although no one's in right now, it looks like the business is up and running. And the showroom does contain some assets.
Bed, a couple of sofas, a few odd little bits.
But before taking any drastic action, James decides to call the number on the company's website.
My name's James King. I'm from High Court Enforcement. We're currently here we're here at your property in Chelsea with other company.
The man says he knows about the debt, but that the company operating out of this showroom is trading under a different name to the one on the High Court writ.
3 weeks you started the company. So why is your telephone number on their website?
The man is now saying he's just looking after the business on behalf of the company director.
So you're unable to make payment? Or basically refuse to make payment? Thank you. He said, oh, unfortunately, I have the wrong company. I said, I don't think it is the wrong company, as we got the number from their website, and their website has this address on where we're standing outside at the moment. He's saying that it's nothing to do with him, but to be honest with you, I don't believe a word of it.
With no payment forthcoming, James and Mark turn their attention to the assets in the shop, what appears to be some designer furniture.
A bed, 3 sofa things, mirror. It's got to be 10 grand's worth of stuff selling from that shop.
The sheriffs have the power to force entry to commercial premises if they believe the assets belong to the debtor.
No, it's not overly well secured. It's just 2 locks at the bottom of each door there. So it's going to take a locksmith a couple of minutes to get in there anyway.
But they have reservations about breaking in.
I don't think the goods inside at the moment will cover the outstanding balance.
At auction, there's probably about £500 worth of stuff in there, even on a good day.
Much to James's frustration, he's running short of options.
You don't expect a business like this, which is trading from an area like Chelsea, from the harbour. You know, if they can sell a sofa like that for, well, they haven't even got any prices on them, but I'm guessing £2,000–3,000 a sofa, then they should be paying their suppliers that make the stuff.
James leaves a letter and prepares to walk away.
Your paperwork. James King, how can I help? Hello? Hello? It's a withheld number.
James thinks it could be the debtor, but frustratingly, his phone cuts out in the lift.
James King, how can I help?
They call back. And it is the company director, who says this is the first she's heard about the enforcement.
No, it's not a case of we've just turned up. There's been plenty of correspondence sent. There's been correspondence sent by our company before we turned up. No, it doesn't have to be sent by recorded delivery. Madam, I'm not here to dispute if you've received your post or not. I'm certainly not from Royal Mail. I'm here to take control of... She hang up.
You know what I'd do? I'd phone her back and tell her we're getting a locksmith.
With our number. Here we go. Hi, madam, did you hang up on me? Oh, you ran out of credit, okay.
The company director is now saying she disputed an invoice she received from the supplier, as the work was not up to scratch, and that she had offered some money to cover the supplier's labour costs as a gesture of goodwill, despite being out of pocket herself after paying for the materials.
Madam, if that was the case, then you had the opportunity to attend court and notify the court and provide evidence to the court. This has gone past that stage. The judgment has been issued. Therefore, you need to make payment or we need to take control of goods and remove it to public auction.
The debtor didn't attend court, so the judgment was awarded by default, and the sheriffs are instructed by the court to collect the full payment or remove goods.
That can be made via a bank transfer. Okay, are you going to make the payment now, are you?
Against the run of play, the company director says she's going to pay.
Can you let me know by the end of the day if that payment's been made? Looks like they're going to make payment.
With no real leverage, the sheriffs are more than satisfied with the outcome.
They thought it was a dispute for the invoice, which, now I've explained to them, it's gone to court. I've left the conversation that we require the payment in full by the end of the day, and we will continue enforcement. She says she's going to speak to her lawyer. However, I can imagine her lawyer will tell her probably just to pay. So, a little bit more confident now she's called. And I have a contact telephone number for her now rather than a withheld number. She said the reason she's calling me from withheld is because it was a Skype call. Excellent result, and we're off to the next job.
Thanks to the sheriffs, the furniture supplier should finally get the money they're owed. Le Car's Furniture London Limited told us they were awaiting court paperwork to defend the claim, but didn't receive it. They also say they wanted to apply to the court to have the judgment set aside and put the record straight, but were not given the case details. And they have worked so hard to build the company for the past decade and say this case has caused tremendous grief. When debtors can't pay on the spot,
We're here to collect the full balance.
We haven't got that kind of it.
the sheriffs won't always remove assets to get your money.
Second-hand catering goods doesn't fetch great money through public auction.
Goods go for about a fifth of their true value at auction,
60 to 80 grand's worth in that one bay then.
and it's often better to agree to a payment plan. They'll make a list of assets,
I think it's like 127. Brunettes, not blondes or red.
I've just put wigs all.
and a controlled goods agreement is signed, making it an offence for anyone else to remove them. The sheriffs will only return to take the items if the debtor fails to pay. Luke and Carl are in Herefordshire, where they're collecting a debt from mechanic Powell Rozeski.
What's the option, to be honest?
To make the payment in full, sir.
The debt has risen to £1,800 after he failed to pay for damage to customer Oscar Domanski's car.
The problem is I can't even pay £1,000. It's just...
Mr. Rozeski says he doesn't have the money and is desperate to buy some more time.
Well, the problem is I have no money. What happened to me anyway? There's 1,800 quid.
You need to be paid by bank transfer. So if you need some...
Loads of money
if you,
for the damage just to our wheel.
Understood.
I mean, if you need some time now, I'm not
Yeah.
talking about days, I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
the next half hour, 45 minutes to try and raise the funds, then I'm happy to give you that time.
Okay. Can I just make it...
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
Is that all right?
No problem at all.
Is that for me, is it?
That's yours, yeah, it's
that's
copy,
fine,
yeah.
okay.
No problem. We'll just hang about
Yeah,
anyway,
all right,
let you
okay.
make calls.
With Mr. Rozeski claiming he doesn't have enough funds to cover half the outstanding balance, he's in a tight spot.
He hasn't got the means to pay it today. He's trying to set arrangements. We've advised, obviously, this. Unfortunately, we can't do that. But, you know, he's going to try and raise the funds, hopefully, now. We're currently taking control of goods, so we are taking a list, like an inventory list. And just hopefully it doesn't come to that.
Unless someone lends the mechanic money, tools and equipment will have to be removed.
Read this out to me.
It is ECO.
Yeah.
TECH.
Yeah.
INCS. And the
Model?
ECK
Yeah.
1800.
Next.
But no sooner have Luke and Carl started a detailed inventory of the company assets,
Trolley jack.
Mr. Rozeski returns with some good news.
And my wife, she sent me money on my account, right? So hopefully, 10 minutes.
You got a good wife there.
Yeah.
That's why you married her.
Yeah, exactly. She always keeps all the money.
With Mr. Rozeski cooperative and keen to settle the debt, the sheriffs are wondering why this case has gone this far.
I assume this would have been awarded in your absence.
What it was, that's a stupid situation. Because one of my colleagues, he dropped the car to him and he just slightly hit the curb. I just spoke with him, it's fine, I just find a shop or bring the car here, we can repair, that's not the problem, no issue. Obviously we was away and when I come back I get the letter from holiday.
Court letters and
So
stuff.
we send the letter to the court, we stay, wait for the response, no response.
Although his wife's offered to stump up the money, there now seems to be a problem with the bank.
Because this PIN one I'll just log in on my app, it's a 6 digits, not 4 digits. Okay,
And it doesn't sound good.
let's try again then, right? Give me a ring back. Some security questions.
The bank transfer he's trying to make won't go through.
He's attempted to try and make a bank transfer via his app, which is obviously a limit. He tried to call the bank, and obviously they've just gone through too many security questions, which he's unable to answer.
All right, thank you. Have you got time to go to Hereford with me or not?
To where?
Hereford. Then we can go to the bank straight away.
If you head to the bank, then once you've done the transfer, I can check with accounts that is in there and see if they can get your receipt across.
So that's your number, is it?
That's my number. That's the amount.
Yeah, that's the sort
Sort,
reference
account,
number.
must put the reference. Lovely. Well, we might as well wait in the van.
While Mr. Rozeski heads off on a 10-mile drive to the nearest bank, Luke and Carl will have to sit it out.
It's not unusual for us to be waiting around, not only for them to raise the funds, but then how they're going to actually pay the funds.
The sheriffs are left waiting for an hour. But when the call finally comes,
Right, so,
it's good news.
yep, money's in there, yep. Lovely. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. The debtor's called from the bank to say that the money's been paid. We've just checked with accounts as well, and that's been confirmed. So, case is fully paid, should have a happy claimant, and we're off to the next job.
For Oscar Domansky, the long wait to get his money back is finally over.
I've just heard the sheriff's got my money and I'm really happy. Now I can fix my car, wheels and tires. And I want to say thank you very much to the sheriffs.
Collecting unpaid debts isn't the only power bestowed upon High Court enforcement agents. They also have the authority to evict squatters from commercial buildings.
Possibly about 18 people in there. Wakey, wakey, you're being evicted.
Once a High Court writ of possession has been issued, the sheriffs will force entry to the building and ask the squatters to leave.
Petrol grinder pretty much goes for anything.
It's not uncommon for the sheriffs to face anger and aggression when carrying out evictions.
Yeah, but you need to open the door straight away.
And they also have a habit of throwing up the unexpected. It's early morning, and the sheriffs have gathered in Islington, in North London. Armed with an order from the High Court, they're here to take possession of a commercial building that has been taken over by squatters.
With the job today, basically we don't know if there's anybody in there or not. So it's a case of getting in, if there is anybody in there, immediately getting them to pack their belongings up and then escorting them out of the property.
The commercial premises in question is a former estate agent's. The sheriffs have already visited the address to serve notice to the squatters. Enforcement agent Luke suspects they could have their hands full today.
We've got 10 agents in attendance today. There's been several visits to this address. There were verbal threats made. One of the guys was spitting, yeah, a lot of verbal threats. So what we're going to face, we don't know until we actually get inside, but we'll head across there and see. But from the intelligence we gained, one of the squatters told me there was 30 of them in there. That could be him just making up rubbish. However, we can't take it as hearsay. We have to take it as it comes. And like I say, if there's 30 of them in there, we've got the sufficient manpower to deal with it. If there's no one in there, then it's a bit overkill, but we have to take the necessary precautions.
On jobs like this, the sheriffs never know exactly what they're going to come across until they get inside the building.
Are all radios receiving? Go around the corner. Yeah, let's go. Nice, got the big daddy.
The locksmith forces entry.
Hello! Steady where you're walking, guys.
Will the sheriffs be about to face the group of 30 squatters they feared?
Only one spotted so far.
Hello, mate.
Hello!
Get your stuff together as quick as you can, yeah? No, bailiffs, mate.
Yep, one on site confirmed.
Can you confirm how many's on site?
Yep, one on site confirmed.
Having searched the property's 3 floors, it's a relief all round that the small army of squatters appear to have left.
I think at some point there was quite a few people in here, because every room looked like it had been occupied at some point.
Were you part of the group that were already staying here, were you? Or you just come on the old...
I don't think so, no.
No.
I didn't know there was a group staying here. Was there a group staying here?
They went to court, yeah, he was in court yesterday. Because there was obviously somebody here.
They've been here for the past couple of weeks.
No, I'm just on my own.
You're on your own,
yeah.
All right, mate, if you can just get your stuff together, we're all right just to manage him.
Yeah, but the rest of us just head down.
What's the time, man? What's it close?
20 past 7.
20 past 7?
Are you going what?
What, sir?
Are you going to what?
No, I don't work, man. Just call me squatter, man. Work.
Squatters who take possession of commercial premises like this can face imprisonment if they fail to leave within 24 hours of a possession order being served. The sheriffs have no idea how long this man has been staying here, but so far, he's been cooperative.
Where's my phone?
You're sitting on it.
What?
You're sitting on it.
Oh, man. It's right here. Someone took my phone, man. Oh, wait, no, I got it in my pocket. You guys, man. You guys came so unannounced.
Unannounced? We've been here 3 times already, giving notices. You've not seen the notices on the front door? I had some guy a couple of weeks ago who was half wrecked outside down the side there, spitting at me and telling me he was going to headbutt me.
Despite getting a little agitated, the sheriffs are hoping the man is going to leave peacefully and of his own accord.
Have you got everything you need?
I'm going to say yeah. Have a good day.
Take it easy.
There he was, gone.
Within a matter of minutes, the amicable squatter has peacefully left the building.
fairly easy in getting him out. Bit of a rude awakening for him this morning. So he's just literally got up, got his phone and bits together and dashed out of the door as quickly as possible. There was cardboard boxes upstairs which people do sleep on, but as it turns out we had one to deal with.
Well, there's bound to be a joist along here, isn't there?
With the building now empty, the sheriffs can turn their attention to making sure it's secure.
Every access point, whether it be a window, an emergency exit, all needs to be secure appropriately to prevent anybody from regaining entry to the property.
And carrying out an assessment of any potential damage.
Basically what we're doing is, once we've taken possession of the property, we go around, we take pictures, and sometimes it actually shows them how bad it actually is. So then they can get a clean-up crew to come in here, clean up the mess, basically renovate the place and get it back up for lease. The state of the property is pretty much the same as any other squat. They really don't give a damn for the property. They know they're not going to be here long, whether that be only a couple of weeks or a couple of days. So they just basically live as if it's a tip, and that they just use the place as a rubbish bin, just throw the rubbish in the corner and use the facilities as if they don't care, as if it's a public toilet, although they're going to be using it for the next couple of weeks.
Thanks to the sheriffs, this building is now empty and secure, and the new keys to this former estate agent's will be handed to its rightful owner. If you've won a county court judgment but are still out of pocket because it hasn't been paid, for £66 you can get the case transferred up to the High Court, which will issue a writ for enforcement by the sheriffs.
Can you please come to the door?
Here with the High Court writ today.
We will be executing today, if not removing goods.
These High Court awards have to be paid, and the sheriffs have unique legal powers to ensure you get the money you're owed.
Here regarding a High Court writ of control.
We can't get off the site today without full payment. If you shut the door, us will get a locksmith here. Why are you preventing us access?
And there's no limit on the size of debt they can pursue.
£8,691 and 22p.
£40,386.
You can just do the bank transfer.
If they're successful, they'll recover your money and costs from the debtor,
Brilliant.
Cheers, thank you.
as well as their own fees, which are set by the government.
We'd have to take the case to the next stage and we'd have to get removal trucks here to remove your goods.
If the sheriffs can't get your money, you'll be asked to pay another £90 to cover their costs. Getting people their money back takes an enforcement agent to a host of different businesses, from small shops and car dealerships to large corporate offices. Today, enforcement agents James and Mark are on their way to the West Midlands with a High Court writ against a fast food restaurant.
Today we're in Kings Heath, Birmingham, going to a kebab shop with a High Court writ. Money's owed £2,227. Money's owed is to an engineering supplies, so I would imagine it's for equipment gone into the business.
Being owed money can be detrimental to small companies. This debt has been unpaid for almost a year. It's now down to the sheriffs to collect the money that's owed.
We're looking for Mr. Jabir Hussain, traded as King Kebab. This address has had a previous visit by another officer who has confirmed that the debtor is at the address, but he wasn't there at the time. So we're heading back today. Hopefully he'll be there.
If previous visits to fast food outlets are anything to go by, the sheriffs are hoping big-ticket assets such as industrial fryers and fridges will be on the menu.
A lot of it will be plumbed in. So probably the option will be, if he doesn't pay, get a locksmith to lock the address up, and then he can pay, and then he get the keys and get back in there.
To the sheriff's delight, the kebab shop is open.
Hello.
Hello, fellas.
But will the owner be here this time?
My name's Mark. I'm from High Court Enforcement. Looking for Jabir Hussain.
Yeah, he should be in the evenings around 5 o'clock.
No, we're in now, mate. You need to get him on the phone, yeah?
Oh, perfect.
Perfect. Excellent.
When did cans of Coke go up to 90p to a pound? It's a lot of money, ain't it, for a can? I paid $1.20 the other day for a can. Fuming.
The staff member swiftly returns with the debtor on the phone.
Yeah, my name is Mark King. I'm from High Court Enforcement. Yeah, I've got a High Court writ.
But it's not a great line.
You still there, mate? Yeah, right. It's a High Court writ. All right. The amount owed is, hang on, £2,228.47. How are you going to pay it?
The man says he's not going to pay over the phone. Instead, he's going to head down to the kebab shop to speak to them in person.
So, we've established that the gentleman we are looking for still owns the business, and I believe he's on his way down now to try and resolve the matter.
Whilst they wait for the owner, James eyes up the goods on offer.
We've got 2 large fridges at the back. We've got two clay ovens, plus we've got a fish and chips display unit, plus the fryers down the bottom. So we've got an industrial microwave, and that's without actually going into the back where they prepare the chicken and stuff, where they'll have probably additional fryers. So as it stands, we are in quite a good position. The debt isn't that much, and we believe the assets here can cover that.
But it's not all good news.
I can't see, if we have to remove, then everything can go out these front doors. Right? However, we have to take this bit of the counter out. So we have to definitely lock up today.
Seizing the kitchen equipment could be expensive and time-consuming to remove. So the sheriffs are hoping they can negotiate a more straightforward cash settlement with the owner. A few minutes later, the sheriffs are ushered towards the back of the shop to meet him.
I've got the fan upstairs. If you want to take the fan.
We've come here to collect the money, mate.
No, the thing is, I spoke to them about a couple of months ago. I explained to them everything. Now, you gave me the wrong size fan.
Right.
I've got the fan.
Okay, all right, listen. We're not here to collect anything to go back.
It seems a dispute over an industrial fan supplied to the kebab shop is the cause of the unpaid debt.
So this here is a High Court writ.
Yeah.
So what I advise you do, if you want to challenge this, you challenge it through the courts, but the payment needs to be made today to stop enforcement.
How much is the payment?
Payment outstanding is £2,228.47.
The owner now wants to talk to the sheriffs further in his office upstairs.
It's not the right size, you don't it. The guy sold it, the guy's initial deal was for £900.
You're getting yourself very mixed up here. The bailiff who attended...
I'm trying to explain to you my story, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to explain to you how everything happened. But I've even got a receipt for the fan. It was a structure from...
Mate, you're not understanding what I'm saying to you. No, it wasn't done at the back of your shop.
My shop. He come in, he gave me the fan. I got the fan, and he said to me, you got to give me £900. I said to him, let me fix the fan. Let me see if it works or not, because this guy's a customer of mine.
Right, sir. Let me skip forward because you're missing the point.
No,
That to us is completely irrelevant. Someone owes you money, you can go onto a government website, which is called Money Claims Online, and you can file a claim. What am I not getting?
You're not getting the point where I got the fan from.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They've got a judgment. They've filed the judgment with Money Claims Online. You had 21 days to challenge that judgment. You haven't. They've then taken that judgment and transferred up to the High Court. So it's now a High Court writ.
The debtor didn't attend court, so the judgment was awarded by default, and the sheriffs are instructed by the court to collect the full payment or remove goods.
Our next stage of enforcement, because of the amount, I'll explain. Yes, we have.
Why don't you just take the fan?
The debtor offers the fan, which he claims is faulty, as payment. But it's just about the only thing in the kebab shop James is reluctant to take away.
It's worth £2,000. Take your fan, it's upstairs.
Second-hand catering goods doesn't fetch great money through public auction. If we was going to recover this debt, sir, if we was going to recover this debt,
it's not about the fan.
If we was going to recover this debt,
You guys come here regarding the fan.
sir, it would be all your catering equipment we would be taking.
The kebab shop owner had numerous opportunities to dispute the debt, but by ignoring the paperwork and not responding to the court, it has now escalated. With interest and fees, the amount he owes is now considerably more.
At the moment, it's £2,228.47, right? Should we decide to remove goods, it's then going to go up to £3,024, right? Plus, on top of that, you might incur costs for removal truck, locksmith, gas fitters. It's not, it's like, as I say, the fan's got nothing to do with this now. It's in relation to the money's owed.
Because the money's going to you.
So it's up to you.
Facing the prospect of the sheriffs shutting the shop and seizing his assets, will the kebab shop owner pay up?
Sir, would you like to make the payment?
Of course.
Right, let's do that then. £2,228.
Despite protesting the judgment, the payment is made in full.
It was a bit of a struggle.
Using the excuse of giving the goods back to start with.
I honestly think the defendant thought that this debt would just never have to be paid, and he could just shrug his shoulders, stick his head in the sand, and it would go away. And obviously, our claimant has seen it through, transferred it up, passed it to us, transferred up to the High Court.
I did explain to him at one point that if we went to removal, that the fees would go up. I think that might have just been enough to force him into, hurrying up with it.
We've got the payment in full, and we're off to the next job.
Thanks to the sheriff's efforts, the business that supplied the fan finally got the money they were owed. Following filming, Lacar's Furniture London Limited failed to make any payments to the sheriffs, and the supplier still hasn't received the money they're owed.